All right, how's it going, everybody? So this is going to be my first pick a card ever. This one is called What is Coming Next on Your Life Path? Yeah, so I have never done this before. I'm pretty excited. So from here we have, I know it's a quartz. It's a turquoise quartz, I think. Here is just a regular magic wand quartz. This is a arrowhead. And I also see a crow beak. My girlfriend's gifted these three, actually. Aw, the three of them. And this is pyrite. I think this might be smoky quartz. And then we have the angel cloud stone here. I think that is that what it's called or what I named it. But basically, psychic insight. All right, so pick whatever pile you are attracted to, either the pile or the crystal or both, whatever resonates with you, even if it's something you like. If you're not sure, if you question, just what were you drawn to right away, whatever you're drawn to, that's and then not just that, like, then that's how you also learn. If it doesn't resonate with you, it doesn't resonate with you, and if it does, it does. And that's actually how you learn to trust your voice. So for me, being my first reading, I actually have these cards here I think are also for me, which are supporting this. One there is the Emperor with, to me, lion and strength. And then also anxiety, because I am having anxiety a little bit. Well, I wouldn't call it anxiety, but I think some people would. But then they have the support card here, which you're already doing it. Stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. So that actually helps me feel a bit better about this, because I went to bed wondering what I was going to do today for you guys, and this is actually what came up. And then arching here again is strength, and in normal tarot decks, strength is the lion here. So it's interesting that we are supported by both the lions in ways. So anyways, yes, pick your deck. I will have time stamps on the bottom. This will be pile 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So excited for you guys. I hope you enjoy. If this is your first pick a card, thank you for popping the cherry with me. How enjoyable. Okay, and we'll get started. Pile numero uno. Pile number 1, this is your reading. All right, so here we have the turquoise quartz. For me, I was more seeing this because it is a turquoise quartz, kind of like I see throat chakra in here, wanting to speak truth with the quartz, obviously, and sparkle and shine. I don't know, I think just think it's such a beautiful stone. So let's see what the cards have to say. Yes. Okay. You see them here? No. Now can you see? Is that? Cool. All right, so for this pile, oh yes, I was going to read for you guys the cards. So normally I don't think most readers do this all the time. Some people do when they're just starting out and new or getting to know the pile. For me, I am just getting to know these piles for real, because actually these are my mom's cards and she let me use them, and they're so beautiful, and I've just been drawn to continually do this. Normally I don't read the booklets, I just read what I'm told, but for some reason for these readings they wanted me to read some of the ones I'm drawn to read out of the book and then talk about others. So King of Pentacles, fire of earth, a doctor or a healer, abundance, prosperity and confidence, enjoying success and the loyalty of other people, reaping what is sown, financial ideas and partnership. The king's shield indicates unity and harmony. For me, the King of Pentacles is a very someone who knows where they're at, and they're not really like, they're coming because they are totally happy with where they're at, and they're coming calmly because they know what they want. I feel like this is what you're wanting, what you're thinking about constantly. You want it to come in. You want, the universe is going to gift it to you, but it causes you grief also at the same time. It's like, you know that it's going to come in, but something about it makes you, I don't know, go into this cycle. It's a cycle. But it says here, you've been training for this for lifetimes, which, oh, when I was reading that one too, that one sounded amazing. The Age of Light. And share your voice. I feel, yeah, like I was saying with this, and look at all the blues here. There's a lot of speaking, but the garden at the gate is kind of, that's you staying comfortable with where you're at. Where you're comfortable is not a bad place. It's really nice. I mean, look at all the precious things all around you, but you're scared of stepping out into that greater unknown here. So the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Mystics and sages throughout the ages have predicted this period in history, and you decided to incarnate in the middle of it. There is no mistake that you are supposed to be here at this time of great change. If you ever feel unprepared or daunted by the path that is calling you, know this. You've been training for this for lifetimes. You're way more than the days that have breathed through you in this life. You're also all of the lifetimes that came before. All of these experiences have polished your soul into the most magnificent expression that is your authentic self. Your soul has many facets. Imagine a fingerprint. Your soul is 1,000,000 trillion times more. 1,000,000 trillion, I added the trillion. Your soul is 1,000,000 times more intricate than that. If you put together all of the fingerprints of all of the people you have been, you would not even get close to fathoming how much of a unique masterpiece you are. You came in with a clear soul path. You came in with wisdom beyond your years. This is the part of you that longs to be seen. This is the part of you that is ready to step forward. This is ready to emerge. This is not the lifetime to stay hidden, but to step forth, be seen, and rise. I call forth the soul gifts and soul training that I have received throughout all of my lifetimes. I am ready to embody them all now without hesitation and without fear. I have been training for this for lifetimes. And share your voices right beside it. Share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution. Expression. You are being called to share your voice, perhaps by speaking up in a relationship or through writing, speaking, singing, or some other form of creative expression. We each hold a truth deep within us that longs to be expressed, sculpted for lifetimes. The voice of your soul is like no other. It carries with it wisdom that can only be gained through soul history and growth. By remembering, tapping into, and expressing this unique tone, we not only heal ourselves, we also heal the planet at large. When you share your voice, you unlock something in the universe and call a missing piece of you home. Your individual voice is most powerful sound. Your individual voice is the most powerful sound current on the planet. Aww, your individual voice is the most powerful sound current on the planet. If you have kept your soul's voice silenced or held back, chanting or singing could be truly life-changing for you. As we shed the layers of our personality and start letting our unique soul speak through us, we discover that we actually have a very clear message that longs to be shared. The more we speak it, the clearer it gets. There has never been a better time in history than right now to rise up. Speak your truth and share your soul's voice. If you feel fearful, know that you are not alone and the world needs your unique tone in order to harmonize. As we each rise up and share our song, we make it easier for the next person to do the same. Express yourself, share your voice, speak to those who can hear you. Also here with the Magician in the Mirror. This is water element and fire element, which fire is action and water is the emotional, and the two together create the alchemy, which bring about, everything. For a fire here, I'm sorry, I'm kind of going all over the place. I like to, for me, I kind of summarize and then I go into for a fire, a new creative phase, celebration, pleasure, and harmony in relationships. A new creative phase after the Magician. So That is definitely creating. And it says you should be happy about it. King of Earth. So action into element, bringing it onto Earth. Enterprising, philanthropy, ability to attract abundant wealth, magnanimous, conscious, manifesting, a reliable leader. I have trust and faith in the invisible and know it will manifest in the realm of the form the way I need it to. Opportunity can be found anywhere and everywhere because I am competent and committed. I am ready for abundance to manifest now in the world of conditions in a form that is aligned with my highest good. I manifest all that I desire, consciously aware of the need to stay focused and grounded in the everyday work required. So I kind of feel like the threesome that brings you sorrow is choosing between the man and yourself in a way, because you wish to express yourself. And sorry, when I say man, it doesn't have to be a man. It's the masculine energy, so it's male or female, but whatever the masculine energy, the King of Pentacles is. I don't feel like personally that is you. I feel like it's someone that you think about, and it's what brings you sorrow. Not because you don't love them. It's because you are being called to do something else, and it scares you, and so you don't mind going back into this comfort. But what it's saying to you is that if you step out, you have the magic. You have the magic to collaborate with others and bring this into a successful enterprise in the material world, that you have been training for this for lifetimes. Once you decide to do this, it's you'll be successful. So I guess what's coming next is, right now, I suppose you're going through a decision and it's bringing you a hard time. But coming fast is the universe. And I guess when you make this choice, at first it might bring you sorrow, but in truth, it's what you wish. It is what you wish. And what you need to know that is that it doesn't mean that you lose out on love. It doesn't. It just means right now is the time for self-love. And through self-love for each party, because in truth, choosing yourself will help the other person to choose themselves too. And that's actually what we're going through in this stage of life for all. It's a self-love consciousness right now to help bring us into this healing phase. So it's all of us choosing what brings us the purest joy, and what brings us the purest joy is what's within. And to me, it's pretty obvious in the reading here that your mind isn't on fulfilling that love, because you realize that something inside you needs to be filled, and it's you taking this journey of sharing your voice and walking out of your comfort zone and realizing and recognizing that you have all the power, and collaborating with others and bringing on whatever it is that you see with this King of Earth, because what was there was actually quite successful. It said philanthropy, right? So to be able to do that, you got to be very successful. So yeah, there's so much blue here. So yeah, I think you're really meant to speak your heart. All right. Well, good luck, and thank you for that. You are this, right? I mean, look how beautiful that is. Wise, all-knowing, bringing this into being. That's you. Good luck with everything. Excited to hear your voice. All right, next pile. Pile numero 2. The magic wand. All right, so this is a quartz wand that was gifted to me. I think it's very beautiful, and I do feel like it. Like when I held it, I definitely feel the wand. And yeah, let's see what that brings. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, yes, I did look at these before because this is my first time doing it, and I just wanted to get a good sense of what I was doing here. Yes, it was like this. All right. Good. Yes. Better. Yes. So we have the 8 of water and the 10 of water there. And the 8 of water is journey of discovery, letting go and seeking a deeper meaning and greater authenticity beyond superficiality. So to me, you're on a journey of yourself, really being honest with yourself about what is, I guess, real to you, truth to you, the reality that you wish to bring into your being. And what happens here is that it does bring you serenity, peace, and good fortune here with the Buddha 10 of water. All is well with the world and with me. Well-being is my natural state. Everything I need comes to me easily and effortlessly. I feel joy and express it to others as I look around and see all the love that we share. I take pleasure in all I have accomplished. Whatever attention I receive or don't receive, I am serene, for I know full well what it took for me to get where I am. I celebrate myself and all who traveled the road with me and feel grateful to Spirit for being my companion always. And we also have then Angel of Love and Storm Warning. So from the Storm Warning comes Mirror, who or what is triggering you, and then Warrior Woman, if you weren't afraid, what would you do? Then we have the Three of Pentacles, work, the Hermit, being a recluse and enlightening yourself, refueling, your transformation here, death, rebirth, and then the completion, and then you ready to make the choice. So what I wanted to say is basically, I feel like you are at the moment in a good place, and what is coming next for you is love. But what happens is, I think one of your last patterns here, one of your maybe hardest patterns, your life lesson that you came to learn. We have many life lessons, but there's some specific ones that are harder for us. Through that, I think a storm warning comes that brings you fear, because there's something here with your transformation happening here, and it being the completion, and you being the hermit here, like how that links, right? And then the mirror, who or what is triggering you, the storm comes from this fear of whatever love. And from there, warrior woman, if you weren't afraid, what would you do? And if you're a male too, you can still be this warrior woman. I mean, it's about being fierce. It's about being emotionally fierce. And I felt this about the wand too, the sword. Look at the truth, the sword of truth, the sword of truth. Okay, so what happens here is, I feel like what you go through is you work very hard. And again, with the Three Pentacles, there could be 3 options, 3 things you're choosing between, something going on there. I also do believe that with the 10-10, that is like beginning, ending, new beginning, ending stuff. It's, I say new beginning, ending stuff because, again, with the 8 plus the 3 equals 1, that's like 1, 1, 1, and then with the 13 there. So, which is creation. So it's a lot of new beginnings, and beginnings come from endings, death, rebirth. So here you are good within yourself in the meditation, like kind of deal, like you know yourself within. When I say meditation, doesn't necessarily mean you have to meditate. It just means the state of being. And what happens here is one of your last things that triggers you. That's why they're asking you, what is this conflict, this storm bringing you? It's not to fear. Don't fear this, because this is your last one to show you that you have rebirthed and transformed into the phoenix, that you have completed this, that now when you face this choice, it's not scary because it's one. You have already made the choice. You have already made the choice. And it's about this choice. This is just fear. This is just fear. And when you recognize that this is just fear with who you are now, who you've become, you don't fear anymore. And so if you weren't afraid, what would you do? And that's how you're going to live all of life now, always. So I'm very happy for you, because that's actually quite complete. You don't have much of a bump. I mean, it's a big bump, obviously, because fear of love, yes, obviously. But you know the way. You're good at this already, what I was saying about the reflecting on self. And you come from love. You already are doing this rebirth, this reflection on self that brings you love, that brings you transformation, that brings on this conflict, that completes your whole cycle, so that when this happens, you don't even have a choice. It's already made, okay? So just trust yourself. And honestly, when you're in this place, you're just going to live life from here, doing everything. And everything's just going to be easy breezy. All right. Have a good one. Good luck. Mwah. Okay, pile number 3. So like I was saying, the arrow had the, I don't know, kind of looks like a skull to me that way. But also fingernail. Anyways, yes. So to me, this one is kind of a dark precision. You know, it's very precise, and it's not sharp, but it can be. And it's so many things. It's very light too. But anyways, so what's this one? Yes. I think it was this way. Yes. This way. Okay. So yeah, the reason why I put the cards out like that is because I did look at these piles already and just sat with them for a bit because it is my first time doing this. What did you say? What did you want to say? Align with your life. What is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? Interesting. Okay, 3 of Earth for pile number 3. Earth. Teamwork, building on solid foundations, group efforts, dedicated collaboration. What I am building is grounded in a solid foundation, so I know I can trust that it will not slip away suddenly. I am joined by others in coordinated efforts to bring forth what we have chosen to co-create. The architecture of my dreams is becoming tangible, taking shape before me, and I share my joy and pride with my partners and supporters, teachers and students. We are all learning, growing, and building collaboratively. 6 of Earth, unexpected resources, happy surprises, generosity. What I have sent forth in love comes back to me many times over, as the generosity of others becomes apparent and unexpected resources show up. The universe is exhibiting its generosity, reminding me that the world is full of pleasant surprises. Inside the pretty package is tangible aid, a gift from spirit. Just when I was beginning to doubt, I am reminded of the treasures I am entitled to receive that show up at my door. What will I unwrap today? So I felt from this one that you're definitely creating something in life. I think more on the something stable field. So I guess it would be kind of like career path, whatever it is that makes you feel solid, stable, 2 feet standing on the ground. And it's actually proving well for you. At the same time, though, there's some kind of deceit, I think, to yourself. And I guess when you're deceitful to yourself, there is deceit to others. I don't feel like you mean to be deceitful. It's not like you're trying to. But you know what you're being deceitful about. Because in this rest and rejuvenation with the fill up your well, retreat, rest, refuel, I mean, this is telling you to meditate. And, take time within yourself. So I do think you do know what it is. At the same time, boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? And I felt like this is why you also need to rest and rejuvenate when reading this card, because it's about how it can be energy draining when you aren't living to your aligned self, what you actually wish to experience. So, boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? You are being called to create clearer boundaries in your life. This could be with your friends, family, or work. Saying yes when you really mean no leads to resentment, which is the biggest energy drain ever. At first, it might only be a little bit and not feel like a big deal. But before you know it, your energy field becomes porous and you are left feeling depleted, resentful, or taken advantage of. Saying no and having clear boundaries is actually a spiritual act. The most giving, loving, compassionate people are those with the clearest boundaries. For when they say yes, they are able to give unconditionally. When your boundaries are clear, others know where they stand and you're able to give freely. If you're not clear where your boundaries lie, this causes confusion, resentment, and energetic cords to be planted. If you are saying yes when you really mean no, you're likely needing something yourself. Ask yourself, what part of me needs something from them? It could be a need for approval, a fear of being seen a certain way, or a fear of loss. The best way to gauge your boundaries is to check in with your belly. Your belly is the second brain. It has an intelligence known as your gut feelings. Tune into this space when deciding what is okay for you. How does it feel? What is it trying to communicate with you? Where in your life do you need to establish better boundaries? So from here, I get that your wish is for this Ten of Pentacles, this wealth, this love. So Ten of Pentacles is basically an abundance in everything, wealth, health, love, everything joyous. And because of this wish, it's coming in quickly, but it brings you this tower moment of your, I guess, deceit on self, which brings you into needing this rest and rejuvenation. But that makes you disappointed because you, like I said, are wanting this love. The Empress. Again, the person doesn't have to be female, but it could be what their energy is. Empress is queen of everything, really. The super fertile knows, like, I mean, it's just, yeah, abundance. Abundance! So, anyways, I think you're disappointed because you saw it differently, as well as you didn't realize. I think you're disappointed that you need so much rest and rejuvenation. But what happens here is it's because you need to establish better boundaries. You need to stop allowing the energy draining to happen, and that happens when you align yourself. Right here, you feel like you're being pulled at every end, and people just want more and more from you, but you need to align with yourself and start to be honest with yourself, and then start acting from there. So I think this is saying be precise about what it is that you wish to experience, right? All right, well, let's all enjoy. Good luck. And I'm sure once you decide to align, your life is 100% going to change, because there can be no other way. The moment you change something, the formula changes and it brings about a different result. So enjoy. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Okay, pile number 4. What do we have? Pyrite here, which is, they say, fool's gold. And this one, again, I also feel looks like a little skull. Like, ha, 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 ha. He's so cool, though. Again, another gift. So this one, I feel like it's about wealth and abundance, right? Gain. How did this one come? Yes, I think it was like this. Yes, so as I was saying in the other ones, I did take a look at the piles because I wanted, as my first reading, I just wanted to make sure I got a feel for all of them, as I haven't really done this before. All right. So for this one, do we get everything? Oh. See now? Almost. Okay. So 5 of fire and 5 of earth. So you have 5 and 5, which equals 10, which equals 1, which is new beginnings. And 5 and 5 is 5 itself is magic. So, and to me, fire, well, not just to me, but according to the book for these cards, fire is intention into action. The energy of intention and inspired action creates life as spirit works through me. And then we have earth, which is conditions, earth conditions. We see material results. So we have 5 of fire. Creative brainstorming, unity in diversity, honoring differences. I have the freedom to explore the ideas that seem the most far-fetched. What seems crazy today proves tomorrow to be brilliant. Like a child willing to stretch her imagination when a new playmate comes into the garden, I open to new people and new ideas, intrigued by what is novel and unfamiliar. This is a time for what is counterintuitive, for appreciating the ideas from out in left field and what they might offer. 5 of earth. Alternative forms of abundance, the illusion of lack, overlooked treasures. All is not as it seems, so this is a time to look again. A change in perception can bring into focus the results I sought, just in a different form than expected. I'm called to move away from poverty consciousness and open my eyes to treasures before me that are suddenly illumined. The illusion of wealth gives way to true abundance. There is no need to fear that the rug will be pulled out from under me. What we draw attention to grows, so I count my blessings and realize I have far more than I thought. I have come far in my quest for building up what I need, and even more opportunities for experiencing abundance waits. So for me, I feel like you are career driven. That is also why you could have been attracted to this. Also, the card had the green along with it and the green along here, which is heart chakra gain, which isn't a bad thing. The thing about it is because of your lack thinking, I suppose, it brings about adjacent possibilities, which doesn't necessarily mean that all of them are the ones you want to experience, which is you trying to break the chain of ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So this isn't just through this lifetime of yours, it's through many lifetimes of your past lives and also through your generational, so people of your ancestors living this same life. And what happens here is you need to come into a balance. You need to come into a balance to recognize, and from there, manifest what you wish. So pillar of light, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. So what you wish is for this gain, and you know the truth of it. And it takes strength because you constantly go back with this wheel of fortune between what possibilities will bring you there. And that's why you need to come to this balance, because you are magical. You have this Ace of Wands. You are magical, and what you manifest comes to being. You are also very truthful in what you decide, but having these magic wands of truth and magic, which means it comes even sooner, you need to be balanced, because that is what brings about your fluctuations and your flickering and not being sure where to go. And so then you don't really see what your gain and results are, because you're not fully sticking with the one you decide, and so the universe is bringing your flicker. So when you actually decide from a place of balance, it will come when you're standing strong in what it is that you wish, right? So, right now is just coming into a balance, recognizing that you're breaking those patterns of your bloodline. So don't think it's just you. It's a toughie, takes strength, because it's bloodlines, right? 9 of Wands, strength. So, and I mean, you're standing out with that one wand after all these that tried, because pattern. So good luck. You also have all this strength because of them, because of the times that they have been waiting for you, your turn, you to heal this for them all, for you all. All right, good luck. Love you. Fool's gold into real gold. Or seeing that fool's gold is gold, you know. Abundance is whatever you decide to see it as. So remember, it's about the way that you see things, your perception. And that's why the balance, right? Because check in with your thoughts. What are you creating? What are you bringing forth? Okay, thank you very much. Enjoy. Enjoy, enjoy. Pile number 5. Wow, I can't believe it. All right, so this is also the angel stone. I consider it a very psychic stone. I was told when I got it that it, as you hold it and with your body oils, how it turns more and more like blue, and into, I think some people into it like a purpley blue. So I found that this also has to do with speaking your third eye too, and then the heart chakra, right? So I do find, and also when you see these cards, because as I was saying, I did take a look at these cards earlier just to make sure I knew, and this pile was quite interesting because it's definitely about inner knowing. Oof, higher. Not good. Close. Close, close. Okay. So from here, we have that you are a hermit with the number 9, and that is a cycle ender. And also hermit is you know, you're taking time, but you are enlightened. You do know it's about spending time reflecting and knowing. It's a very intellectual card. Here we have the world twice. And we also have 3 worlds, it looks like, and the key to the world. At the same time, I say that, the 3 worlds, because here we have 3 as well. I'll talk about that soon. Here we have 6 chakra, which is the 3rd eye, with this angel stone. Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. Then we have virtue, success, 7 of cups, judgment, and 4 of cups. So I do feel like this is a very spiritual pile. I feel like this is very much about you stepping out into the world and sharing whatever it is you were meant to, because you are part of the seeding of the light. You're laying the foundations and you're part of the divine plan, and you know what this is because you are a high priestess, high priestess, mystic, and teacher. So basically what it is saying that you are juggling between the 3 worlds right now that you think is possible to exist, but it is time for you to choose the one that you decide on, and it is going to bring success. That the success comes when you accept yourself. I'm sorry, I get the accept yourself because this is the solar plex chakra, sacral into solar plex, and then the heart chakra, and that's what's raining down into your root chakra, the red. And actually a lot of your reading is very blue as well, which is throat chakra, and then there's also green tones, which is heart. And for me, what I felt from this is you speaking your heart. At the same time, your success is also go after your passion. Do it like you're 7 of cups. It seems that you Venus in Scorpio, fantasies and illusions, addictive behavior and destructive emotional habits, unrealistic attempts to appease depression through debauchery, self-compassion, breaking through patterns of self-delusion, and identifying worthy goals and desires. So I actually feel like that's a side of you and you're quite judgy on it. But, well, I guess you know too, because maybe is that what's holding you back? The fear of the judgment? But what happens here is you have your 4 of cups in the end. The luxury, moon in Cancer, new experiences, emotional indifference, excess leads to dissatisfaction and boredom, new possibilities are seen. The lotus reflection in the water indicates spiritual and emotional richness. Yeah, you come into a place where you do step out and you step onto your path. I think the only thing is one, accepting what path you're going to take. And for me, that is accepting yourself and stepping out into the world. Trusting that your success comes from that. And to be honest, you're the only one judging yourself. And you know this. You know this. So whatever it is, it's about self-love and acceptance, which is why I suppose you're the hermit. So you're on your way. If this was just for you, since you're quite spiritual, to know that if you trust it, you will have virtuous success. That you don't, it's not about juggling. It's just choose you. Be like, because you're a manifester, recognize as well, what are you manifesting? Are you manifesting the judgment, or are you manifesting the acceptance? And yeah, good luck with that. It's pretty amazing that you got the world card. So yeah, excited to hear your voice and see what you bring onto this beautiful new era. Enjoy. Love you all. Thank you for this. What a cool experience. Well, thank you everybody for joining me. That was my first, and I hope it resonated with some of you at least, because I've never done this, and that was really cool. They were all definitely different. But all of them were mostly about choosing ourselves and our path that we are on right now. So don't feel bad about it, okay? That's what we're all doing at the moment. All right, I'll have a wonderful, wonderful 2019 with deciding what's going on. So I will be doing many more of these pick cards and readings as we go along. Probably not as many as actual readers. So if you really want, go on to YouTube and check out the pick a card readings, check out everything that they do for any topic that you wish, because I find them very helpful. They're actually my positive affirmations for my life. So thank you all readers who do this. Thank you all card creators that help allow for this, the energies to be brought to speak with us. And thank you all who try this out and try to listen to their voice and build that relationship with what resonates. Love you all. Good luck. Mwah!